Okay, we're good.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Have a good class, guys.
All right. Welcome, everyone. It's Thursday morning. So we are going to get started with our feet parallel. 10 toes. Once again, facing forward. And let's just start with a couple of shoulder rolls. We're going to roll them forward and up, back, and down. Let's just do 3 of these. And we'll go the other way. Cross them back and up to the ears. Forward and down. 2. And 1. And we'll bring the shoulders down. And let's do 3 standing roll downs. Start with an inhale through the nose. Exhale, chin to the chest. Scoop out the belly. Softness in the knees. And start to round down until the fingertips touch the mat. Let the head be heavy. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, let's start to roll it back up. Release stacking the spine. Trying to keep the hips over the ankles. Shoulders away from ears, head rolling up the last minute. We'll do 2 more. Inhale first. Exhale, chin to chest. Now imagine we're rolling over a big ball. So that's that scoop that we're going to get. As we come down, finding space in the vertebra. Inhale at the bottom again. Exhale, and roll it up. Engaging the pelvic floor, glutes, the abs. We'll stay down on the next one for the hamstring stretch. Inhale. And exhale, roll it down. This time we bend the knees, palms on the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. And we'll do that again. And straighten. And inhale, bend. Let's roll it back up. Slow. Head on top. Let's place the hands on the shoulders. We'll do the shoulder circles from here. 4 in each direction. Inhale up and exhale back. And 3. And 2. And 1. Go the other way. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Bring the arms down. We'll do our hip circles. So we'll come wide and externally rotating. Hands on the hips. And let's circle for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. The other way. And we'll warm up quickly. And I think that was 4. And we'll come back to center. We're going to step to the back of the mat. Feet hip width parallel. And we're going to roll down to a plank. Do a couple things in all 4s. So let's start with an inhale. Bring the arms up overhead. On the exhale, scoop out the belly, round forward. Fingertips touch the mat. We walk out for 4. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Spread the fingers wide. Dig the fingertips into the mat. Find your plank. Straight line from the top of your head all the way down to your tailbone. Looks great. From here, let's step into a hover, an all 4s hover. So step the right foot in and the left foot in. Hold. Now step the left foot back to plank again. We're just starting to warm up here. And one more time, step the right foot in to hover. Hold. Hands are in. Elbows are soft. And then bring the knees down gently and the tops of the feet on the mat. So think about when the tops of the feet are on the mat, See if you can get your ankles to press down onto the ankle. Yeah. So you have to kind of think about that a little bit to really press them down. From here, we're going to do a cat-cow. So we start with that inhale to arch, tip the tailbone up toward the ceiling. Let the chest and the forehead reach up and away. And we'll exhale and round, letting the hips come toward the shoulders. Belly button scoops into towards spine. Inhale and arch. And exhale and round. Just one more. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. On this next one, we're going to hold the inhale arch. Well, don't hold the inhale, but hold the arch. So inhale and arch, and then tuck the toes. We're going to shift the hips back, as if we're going to do a child's pose. So just shift the hips back, and then round the spine. Then shift the hips forward again when we're coming back to all fours. Tops of the feet and ankles flat on the mat. Inhale and arch. So we're just adding some foot stretching to this. Tuck the toes. Shift the hips. Around the spine. Shift them forward. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale, arch. Tuck the toes. Shift back. Around the spine. See, we get a little flow. Shift it forward. Tops of the feet down. Inhale, arch. Hold it here. Exhale, round. Tuck the toes again. One more time. Hover. And then bring them down. And tops of the feet once again on the mat. We're going to keep going here. We are going to do a thread the needle. So let's start with the right arm. We're going to reach the right arm just out to the side. Out the side. And then thread it underneath. Bring the shoulder all the way down to the mat. And take a breath here. Inhale, we come back up. Reach it out to another. Exhale, and we thread. Let's do one more. Reach it up. Inhale. And exhale, thread. And we'll come up and do the other side. So place that hand back down on the mat. Left arm reaches out on the inhale. Exhale, thread. Inhale. Feel that shoulder blade move in. And exhale, thread. One more time. That arm is really moving from the shoulder. And thread. Then we'll come back to all fours. We're going to lift the left leg only into hydrant. So that's bent knee. Lift it to hydrant. Find your balance. And then the right arm comes out to the side. And we hold. Squaring the hips as much as you can. And bring it down. We'll do the other side. The right leg lifts first. We find the balance. And then the left arm out. And we come down. This time I'm going to add the bird dog on. The left leg comes out to hydrant. The right arm comes out to the side. Then we come to bird dog. The leg reaches back. The arm reaches forward. We square the hips. Flex the foot in the back. All 5 toes are facing down. Then point the toes. We go back to the side. We lower down. We do that on the other side. First, the leg comes to hydrant. Find the balance. And the arm comes out. And then we reach the leg and the arm. One. Square the hips, both hip points facing toward the mat. Flex the foot. All 5 toes facing down. Point the toe. Come back to side. lower down. Last time, left leg lifts, right arm lifts, out to bird dog. Flex foot, point toe, back to side, and down. We're going to transition to a plank on this next one. Right leg lifts, left arm lifts, bird dog. Now we flex that foot, we lower it down to the mat, we bring the arm down. Again, spread fingers wide, wrists under shoulders. Bring that foot all the way down, Larry, so you're on the mat. Bring that foot down to the mat, Larry. Bring it down to the mat, because we're going to step back into plank. So plank, into plank. And of course, there's always modified plank if this is too much. Knees can come down. From here, we're going to do tap outs, toe taps. So we tap the right leg out and in, left out and in. And this can be done in the modified position. If you're down on the knees, you can tap out, in and out and in. Keep going. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And when you've done evenly on both sides, stop in the middle. We're just going to do a couple of out, out, in, a little more challenging. Step out and in. And change leg leads. Left goes out and in. Last time on the right and in. And last time left and in. Hold it here. We're going to lower all the way down. You can lower down all in one fell swoop, or you can come down to the knees, to the hips, to the shoulders, until you're all the way down, face down. And then rearrange yourself on the mat so that you're in the center. We're going to do a swan. So let's place the hands wider, maybe as wide as the mat or wider, and maybe forward of the ears. Feet are hip width. Belly button is drawing up and in, away from the mat. The pubic bone is pressing down. Lift those kneecaps off the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, let's start to press it up. Shoulder blades are going to come together first. Abs are drawing in and up. And we press up. Reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Inhale at the top. Exhale. We roll it back down. Extending through the spine. Inhale there at the bottom. Exhale, shoulder blades first come together, and then glide down the back, and then we press it up. Inhale at the top, and exhale down. We'll go up one more time. We'll do our neck rolls. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, shoulder blades together, gliding down and back, come all the way up. Let's look over the right shoulder. See if you can see your right foot. You have to look a little bit farther, and then release the neck and draw a smile on your chest. Look over the left shoulder to the left foot, and then look straight ahead. We go the other way. Look left. We draw a smile. We look right. And straight ahead. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Let's lower it back down. And then bring the arms out to Superman. The kneecaps are still lifted, the abs are drawing in. Let's lift the head, neck, and shoulders just a couple inches off the mat. So the tip of the nose is not on the mat. We're going to lift the right arm and the left leg, and we're lengthening. So think about lengthening, not lifting, reaching it long, using the core, and then lower. Left arm, right leg, lengthen as they float off the mat. Keep pressing that top of the opposite foot into the mat so the kneecap lifts and lower. One more time, right arm, left leg. And lower. And left arm, right leg. And lower. This time we're going to lift both legs, so float both legs off the mat. Pubic bone is pressing down. Lift both arms off the mat. And we're going to swim. So we flutter for 3 breaths. And 2. And 3. Hold it at the top. Lower it down. Bring the arms out to a T. Palms facing forward. Pinky finger down the mat. Thumbs to the ceiling. Again, abs are in. Pubic bone pressing down. Let's once again lift the head, neck, and shoulders a little bit. 3 inches off the mat. We're just going to move the arms this time. So kneecaps are lifted. Let's inhale. On the exhale, bring the shoulder blades together and let those arms float off the mat. Maybe the chest lifts a little higher. And we bring them down. Head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulder blades come together. And down. 2 more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Think about thumbs to the ceiling. And down. And one more time. Lift. Lower the arms down. Lower the head down. Take a breath. We're going to bring the arms to goal post. So bent elbows. This time, again, head, neck, and shoulders are going to lift just a little bit. Float the legs off the mat. They are straight. The glutes are working. And float the arms up off the mat. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're going to reach both arms out in front. We're going to pull them back in. Chest lifts. Reach them out. Pull them back in. And one more time. We go out. We come in. We lower down. Beautiful job. Let's just do one more with the legs. We'll do the heel beats. So we'll stack our palms, hands, place the forehead on the hands, tops of the feet, pressing down, kneecaps lifted, and then abs are in, of course, and then float the feet up. We're going to tap the heels together. Here we go. For 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have one more set. And 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 2. Hold it up. Bring the heels together. Squeeze the heels together. And then lower them down. Let's place the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes. We're going to press it up into a cat round. Scoop out the belly. Shift the hips back. Reach fingertips long. And then tops of the feet, ankles come down to the mat, and we'll come into that child's pose. Forehead down on the mat if you choose. 3 breaths here. Let's walk the hands over to the right. Relax the right arm, reach the left arm long, and then press down through the left hip and relax the neck and the shoulders. And then we will walk it through center, all the way over to the left side, where we relax the left arm, reach the right arm long, and press down the right hip. And then we relax the neck and the shoulders. And then we're going to walk them back to center. One more breath here. And then walk the hands in toward the knees. Roll up through the spine. Roll the shoulders back 3 times. 3, 1. Let's go forward for 3 and 2 and 1. Beautiful. We're going to come into a side position, do some side body work. So you have a choice here to lie down, make a pillow with your arm, or prop up. In either case, the torso lines up with the back of the mat. The legs are going to come to the front corner of the mat. Let's flex both feet to start. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you to do. This bottom leg, the heel, is reaching forward. So it is your supporting leg. So the more you think about reaching that heel to the wall in front of you, the more stable you're going to be. One other stability point is that hip reaching away and giving you that little bit of space underneath the waist. So the hip is pressing away and this heel is pressing away. Let's point this toe. We'll bring it in line with the spine to start. We're just going to sweep it forward, swing it forward. So we're going to swing forward. We're going to kickstand hands. Hold on. Now reach that back. That heel is reaching. And then the leg is going to swing back. And it's going to swing behind the pelvis, keeping the ribs in, just opening the hip. That's it. We keep reaching that hip away. And then we come forward again. Reaching that hip away, that heel away. And bring it back through. Just until we open the hip. And one more time. We're doing 3. And we bring it back. Beautiful. We're going to bring it back in line with the spine. We're going to do small, actually, no, let's not. Let's do this. Let's bring it toward the foot here. Turn it out just a little bit so the heels are together. We're going to go lift and lower. So we're going to lift to the ceiling, flex, and lower, and point. So now both heels are reaching away. Lower and point. And lift and flex. Lower. Let's do one more. Point. Lift and flex. Lower. Point. We'll hold it here. Lifting, reaching the hip. Bring the leg back in line with the spine. Little circles, small circles. So we go forward and up and back and down. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. We're going to go the other way. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it here. Let's bring the leg. Let's see what I want to do next. We're going to do a bicycle. So let's bring the leg in line with the spine. We're going to swing it forward like we did the first time. Swing it forward. Bend the knee. Now as you bend the knee, the heel comes in toward the glute. We're going to start to press back, but make sure that the heel is in line with the ankle and the hip. So that heel is pressing toward the glute. As we bring it back, you're going to feel it really, really strongly in your hamstring. As we come back and then straighten the leg. And we swing through again. Bend the knee. Everything is in line. The knee comes in. We're still pressing that heel into the glute. And then once we've opened the hip, then we extend the leg one more time. We come forward, bend. Through. You feeling it in your hamstring? Yes. Hold it here. We're going to reverse the bicycle. So we bend the butt. Come through. All the way forward and then long leg as we sweep it back. And then we butt. Bring it through. And we just have one more. Forward. And then bring it in line with the spine. And then let's swing it all the way back. And one more thing I want to do. So from here, we're going to take this top hand, place it on the mat. We're going to come onto our belly. So bring this bottom leg in toward the midline, and let's shift onto our belly, but leave that leg lifted. The forehead can go onto the hands. So I've got my right leg lifted. My left leg is firmly placed on the mat. There you go. Yes. Good. Very neat.
All right, from here, we're going to, so the thigh is lifted of the right leg, the right hip is down. We're going to bend the knee and bring the heel in toward the glute and then straight. So this is about keeping the hip nice and open. We bend, lift that thigh as high as you can without having the hip leave the mat. That's 2. We bend. That's 3. Just 1 more. We bend. That's 4. Now we lower that leg down and then we lift it up. Again, we're fighting that hip to stay on the mat as we lift the thigh. Lower. Reach up. 2 more. Lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. And then we lower down. Tuck the toes. We're going to place the hands under the shoulders. And we're going to press up into a plank. So from here, we press up to the shoulders come up first. Then the hips can come up. And then the knees can come up. And then we'll bring the heels down. We'll sit back. Yes, nice job, guys. Take a breath. We're going to flip over to the other side with the other side body. Over we come. Once again, we line ourselves up with the back of the mat, our torso, and we bring the legs to the front of the mat. We start with both feet flexed. And again, this bottom one, heel is reaching away. Then we take this hip. We also reach it away. Let's point that toe. This leg is in line with the spine right now. Here, we sweep it forward. And it comes back behind the pelvis. And we bring it forward. And back. See if you can turn this leg out just a little bit in the hip socket. And bring it forward. It's a little bit more difficult to do it. Nice, Christine. Liz, and back. And then let's bring it, the 2 heels together so we can do our lift and lower. We lift, flex, lower, point. You have 4. And the last one. Point, keep reaching this hip away. We're going to do our circles. So we reach forward, up, behind the pelvis, and down. This is 2. And 3 with the 5. And 4. And 5. We go the other way. 5. 4. 3. 2. If you're really pushing through that heel, you should feel these. And 1. We are going to do our bicycles. So we're going to swing the leg forward. Bend the knee. Again, knee, hip, ankle, all in line as we press the knee back. Once it's behind the pelvis, we lengthen the leg. We sweep forward, bend the knee. Back in line, and then straighten the leg, and sweep it forward. And straighten. Now we go the other way. So we bend, the heel comes into the glute. The knee comes forward, we straighten out in front and sweep it back. Then bring that knee forward and sweep back. Great, nice and stable. And the last one. Hold it back. And now we take the top hand, we place it on the mat. We're going to leave this leg lifted. This bottom leg is going to come in toward the midline. Then we come on to our bellies. We stack the hands. We place the forehead on the hands. Move that leg up. So the left leg is lifted. The left hip is pressing down into the mat. We bend the knee. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. 2 more. And straighten. and hold it out here. Now we lower, lift, and lower, and lift, lower, lift, lower, and lift. Bring it down, place the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Once again, we're going to lift up into cat plank. All the way up, over here, and then we're going to come down to the knees. One more quick child's pose, and then we're going to flip over onto the cats. Take a nice breath. And then walk the hands in. All right. So we will flip over onto our backs. Well, first let's sit. Let's sit and we'll roll it down. So sitting up, nice and tall. Arms out front. Sit up as tall as you can. So the knees are bent, so you should be able to come up. Even that's good. That's great. Yes. Nice and tall. Inhale here. On the exhale, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start to round down. So the lumbar spine starts to round. Okay? Now see how much you can tuck that tail as you round without the shoulders lowering. All right, so you see how I've started to round my spine, but I'm trying not to let my shoulders lower down. And only when I cannot tuck anymore that I can start to let the shoulders come down. But they're only coming down because I continue to round from the bottom up. Yes, very beautiful. And this is how you'll feel one vertebra at a time, trying to resist those shoulders lowering. This is really hard work. Keep pressing belly button in. And you'll notice one vertebra at a time come down, low back comes down, the mid back comes down, the upper back, then finally the shoulders, the arms come through the ceiling, head neck is on the mat. We're down. I'm going to do, let's bring the arms down. I'm going to do some crunches. So we can bring the heels a little bit closer in, not too close. And we're going to do that little exercise where we glue the feet to the mat, and then we try to pull them in toward the hips. So just pull them in and release. The hamstrings engage. When you do that, pull them in and release. And one more time, we pull them in. Now we place the hands behind the head. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Pull those heels in toward the hips. Yeah. And you're going to look right through the thighs. So all the time, we're reaching the crown of the head for the ceiling. And we're looking straight ahead. We're not looking at the ceiling. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Ribs glide forward. Inhale, back. So the head, neck, and shoulders are just coming along for the ride. We're not pulling on the head, neck, and shoulders one bit. And as we pull those heels in, it helps us to lift the torso up. Inhale down. Exhale up. We have one more like this. We'll stay at the top on the next one. Exhale up. And now we rotate. We rotate the torso to the right. Look down at that bottom elbow. Come back to center. The head, neck, and shoulders stay lifted. We rotate to the left and center. So I'm still pulling my heels into the hips. And center. And left, and center, and right, and center, and left. One more each side. Right, left, and center. Lower it down. Leave the hands where they are. Right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Glue the knees and the ankles together. Inhale. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift.
You guys, they're going to be testing the fire alarms, just to let you guys know.
Okie dokie. Inhale and lower. Exhale and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Hold this next one up. We rotate to the right and center and left and center. So do your best to keep your pelvis nice and stable, just lifting, just rotating from the waist up and center. Right and center. Now we add the toe tap. Come to center. We're going to tap the left toe down as we rotate to the right and center and the left and center and right and center and left, center, right. Are you looking down at that bottom elbow? Shh. And right. Now we're going to bring this to a crisscross right here. We reach the left leg out and we pull the right leg in. And then we switch. We're still looking down at the bottom elbow, but we're really pulling that knee in and extending the opposite leg. Shh. 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 Reach the top elbow to the ceiling. Shh. Shh. One more each side. Last one here. Bring both knees in. The head can come down. And let's hug the knees into the chest. You must stir as well. Okay. Let's see. What do we have next? We're going to go into a roll up from here. So let's bring the legs long or bent knees if you prefer. I like to flex my feet and again, reach those heels away. Bring the arms to the ceiling. Let the shoulders relax down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Arms go back to the ears. Breastbone melts down. On the inhale, the arms come back up to the ceiling. Chin comes to chest. We press belly button into spine. And we start to roll forward. So the heels are reaching forward. The fingertips are reaching forward. Nice, very nice, Larry. Keep going forward now. So crown of the head is reaching for the knees because we want that.
Startled me, I knew it was coming.
No, right? We want that C curve. So roll it forward. See if you can bring the crown of the head down to the knees. And then we'll round it up, stack the spine, and sit up tall. And we're going to go again. So again, we're going to think about those shoulders not lowering until they absolutely have to. So inhale first. Exhale, round the lumbar spine. Think about tucking the tail. Keep tucking, 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 tucking until you can't tuck anymore. And then maybe it's the mid back that starts to round and tuck. And then maybe it's upper back. And then finally the shoulders, the neck, and the head come down, arms to ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, arms to ceiling. Chin to chest. And we round. Scoop the belly. And right away, start to tuck the tail already. So we're tucking the tail, so we're already finding the C curve in two directions. Keep rounding forward, staying nice and low, thinking about the crown of the head reaching for the knees, fingertips for the ankles. This time, let's bring the head all the way down to the knees. And then stack the spine, sit up tall. And let's bring the arms down. Nice. Did that feel a little bit different? A little bit harder? Yeah, it'll help us to articulate a little bit more. All right, let's do open leg rockers. Let's bring the legs wide. Point the toes. Start sitting up tall. Just like we're going to round down again. So we start to round the lumbar spine again. We only come out down about a quarter of the way. Then we're going to lift the legs up. And out. Yes, beautiful. You can bend the knees and you can place the hands under the thighs, right? We're going to bring them together and separate. So as long as your low back is rounded, you are all good here. And separate. Now we're going to rock back, right? So this is open leg rocker. We're going to leave the legs maybe about shoulder width. Now, once again, we round the lumbar spine first. Then we look down into our navel. So we are rounded. And we start to rock back. We're only rocking back to our mid-back. On the inhale, we rock. We exhale, we pull the legs in toward the hip sockets as we come back up. Inhale, rock. Exhale up. It's a nice fluid motion. We rock back. We come up. I'm going to do just one more. Nice, Ari. Beautiful job. We go back. And we hold it up. We'll bring the legs together. For our teaser, we reach the arms up. Maybe they come up to the ears. And then we will lower them down. And let's just reach up and over the beach ball and take a nice stretch forward. And then we'll round it up. And we're going to do our series 5. Let's bend the knees. Let's hold on. Actually, let's straighten the left one. Let's hold on to the shin. Start to round the lumbar spine. Press into the shin. Start to lean back. We're going to lift this other leg off the ground, off the mat, and round down. Once we're down, the head, neck, and shoulders are lifted. The crown of the head is reaching up. So I really want you to think about the crown of the head reaching up, okay? Because here's what happens. If we let the head go down like this, and I look at the ceiling, my neck is going to be tired in about 10 seconds, okay? So I'm going to lift a little higher and keep thinking about that so that it's my abs that are doing the work here. Left hand on inside of knee, right hand on ankle, pull it in nice and close. And then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, 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 and hold it here. Both knees in. Keep that crown of the head lifting even higher. We have double leg stretch. Inhale, reach it out. Crown of the head is up and in. And reach it out and in. And every time you come in, you bring the crown of the head a little bit closer to the ceiling. Nice. Out. And in, lift a little higher. Yes, very neat, beautiful. Out. And in, lift a little higher. Nice, Liz. Out. Lift a little higher. And last one here. Out. And in. Let's lower down. Rock the head. Nice work, guys. We have scissors next. So let's bring the head, neck, and shoulders back up. Legs straight to ceiling. And hands behind the gap. And we pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. And that nice hamstring stretch. Think about the leg that's lowering down. See how low you can get it to the mat? Arm and flex the feet. And last one, knees into chest. Bring the head down. Maybe another rock of the head. This time for lower and lift, we're going to leave the head, neck, and shoulders down. I don't usually do it this way, but it's another option. We're going to make a diamond, or because it's a diamond with the hands, they're going to go under the sacrum. So I'm sitting on my thumbs, but my fingers are free. And then I'm going to bring the legs to the ceiling. Now the option here is to turn the legs out for the lower and lift and do it just the traditional way, or they can be parallel, flex the feet, and one heel in front of the other. They're both good, either one. We did this one last week if you want to do it again, or not. All right, so we're going to lower for 3 and lift for 1. Lower for 3 and 2 and 1. Lift. 3 and 2 and 1. One more like this. 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it here. Now, if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, we're going to switch legs. And now we go down for 1 and up for 3. Down for 1, up for 3, and 2, and 1. We lower, up for 3, and 2, and 1. We lower, up for 3, and 2, and 1. We've got the knees. And we'll give it one quick rock. And then we have our crisscross. Again, did a lot of obliques today. Let's place the fingertips behind the head. Head, neck, and shoulders lift. Extend the left leg. Pull the right knee into the chest. And then we rotate to the right. We look down at the bottom elbow and we reach the top elbow up. And we switch. Pull that knee in. And switch. And switch. This is 3. And 4. And 5. We have 10. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Bring them back in. We have done the series 5. Nice work, guys. Since we're down here and we've done roll up, let's do a teaser prep. We'll place the hands under the thighs. And to prepare, we inhale first. On the exhale, we're going to bring the chin to the chest and we're just going to roll it up. And then bring the legs out to a tabletop position and reach them out for balance. All right, we're going back down, either with or without the hands. If you need the hands, they go behind the thighs. Otherwise, round down with the legs in tabletop. The arms can come to the ceiling if you're not using them. We inhale here. We exhale, chin to chest. We roll it up again. Still legs in tabletop. On this next one, we'll straighten them if you want to. So if we inhale, we round down. And as we come back down, the legs come straight to the ceiling and the arms come to the ceiling. We inhale to prepare. Exhale, chin to chest, and we roll it up. Arms parallel to legs. And we round it back down. Leaving the legs at 45 if you can, arms to ceiling. We're going to go up one more time. Inhale first. Exhale, chin to chest. We're up. Now hold it here with arms parallel to legs. We're going to lower the legs and lift. 2 more times. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. And then we're going to bend the knees, bring the feet down. Take a breath. Let's just place the feet wider than the mat. Let's give them a little chill over here. Nice work, guys. Flow through a lot of stuff very quickly. That's good. All right, I'm going to do hip circles from the forearms. So kind of like a can-can. I'm going to come down the forearms. Press the shoulder blades down and back. And lift feet off the mat, bring them straight to the ceiling. So like a tick-tock, we tilt to one side, the opposite hip lifts. And then we start to lower them down. We make a semicircle. We come over to the other side, opposite hip gets to come off, and then back to center. We go the other way with the left. Make a semicircle to the right and center. We go right, semicircle to the center and to the left and down and back up and bend the knees and down. And let's do a nice stretch. So come all the way down onto your backs. Knees are bent, feet are flat, and arms are up to a T. We'll bring the legs into the tabletop and then tilt them all the way over to the right. See if you can keep the opposite shoulder down. And then take about 3 breaths here.
And then we'll bring them back up through the center. All the way over to the left. Trying to keep that opposite shoulder on the mat. If it lifts up, just come out of that twist just a little bit. Looking over the opposite shoulder. And back to center. We'll place the hands behind the thighs. We'll rock it up to sitting. And we're going to finish with rolling like a ball to standing. So we'll get into our rolling like a ball. We'll do about 3 of them. Come a little bit forward. When you're ready, give it a try. You can use your hands. So we'll sit up tall. We're going to round from the lumbar like we do for all of these round rolling exercises. And then lift the legs off the mat. The hands can be on either side of the lower leg with the elbows wide if you want. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you make your ball a little smaller by really pulling those heels in toward sit bones. But here's the thing that happens. We tend to crunch up the shoulders. Don't crunch up the shoulders. So just press the back ribs toward the back wall like we're about to lose our balance. And then when you're ready, we inhale and we roll. We exhale and we come up. See how tight you can keep your ball. And then when you're ready, we'll roll to standing. And we'll bring our heels together. And our toes apart. This way. And squeeze the inner thighs. Press the heels together. Inhale, reach the arms out. And let's reach out of your waist. Push the hips forward. And we'll exhale. So that again. Inhale up. Inhale, reaching up and out. Exhale down. Last one. Reach out the waist. And this time, hands to hearts. Happy Thursday. You are done.
Thank you.
Enjoy the day. It's a good day for a walk. I think we're going to have sun and 60s later.
And then snow on Saturday.